So today's course is called Extreme Marketing Training. My name is Yousif Alias. I'm 23 years old. I've been fascinated about marketing ever since I came to the United States. I came here when I was 12 years old from Iraq. I'm an immigrant. The first thing I was looking at when we were driving by to our sponsor's house is the logos, the billboards. That's all that got my attention. Ever since I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to do marketing. I wanted to help people do marketing. But in my first early entrepreneurial steps, at 16, 17, I was selling hats online. I was selling Jordans. That's how I got sued by Nike for $20,000. So that was something that I learned from a lot, is not to do something just if you think it's a good idea. You actually have to do some research. I didn't do my research. I didn't know if I sold fake Nikes I was going to get sued. Right now I'm a marketer. I'm a real estate agent. Yes, so I'm a real estate agent. I help about 23 realtors do their marketing, and one of them just really got me into real estate. He was like, dude, you already know how to market. All you got to do is, get your license and close deals. So I started doing real estate about 3 months ago and already closed 2 deals with 30 people in the pipeline. I'm also an educator. I go around to small business expos, marketing events, and I teach people this stuff. So I'm an influencer. I have about 6,000 followers on Instagram, and I have 25 Instagrams separate from my brand that point out to my brand. And all of these Instagrams are engaging with people on a daily basis. So we get about 10 to 30 messages a day from each account, and we have people just responding all day long. I'm also a fitness trainer. I don't have my fitness training certificate, but people see me and they're like, dude, train us. You've been working out for a while, train us. And I'm like, all right, $200 a day. And they're like, okay, sounds good. And that's what I do. And from social media, I get people from social media that want training. Who is this for? This is for business owners, like most of you guys, managers, entrepreneurs, and students. The objective of this kind of course is the main goal is behind this masterclass to leave you with straightforward action ideas. I'm actually going to tell you where to go to get your website done, where to go to get better Facebook ads, where to go to learn more about Facebook ads, because I can't go into details because this is going to take a while if we go into how to do them step by step, but I'm going to show you where to go and learn. Different methods of marketing. We're going to learn about content creation. A lot of people are like, dude, I don't know how to create content. I'm scared to be in front of camera, or I'm scared to be on Facebook story. And I'm like, okay, no problem. We have a solution for that. Learn about ads creation and then how to study your data. After you create the ads, you get the people. You're getting some people from Instagram. How do you study that data? So the materials is going to be intro into cyber marketing or online marketing, whatever you want to call it. Content marketing, we're going to go over free marketing. It works, but if you're not paying money, you're going to have to pay in sweat. You have to do it with yourself. You have to do a lot of time on it. You have to spend a lot of time and a lot of effort with free marketing. We're going to go over paid marketing, which is the essential of business growth and how all the companies really grow and prosper. It's paid advertising. And then we're going to go over high production marketing. After you create a marketing piece, it's not over. One marketing piece will not do you justice. You have to keep high production of marketing, like McDonald's or Jack in the Box. They're huge because every week they have 2 commercials out. Every week they have a new something out. So people are like, what's next? So they go and try it out. So this is a little bit of history about our company, or me in general. I graduated in high school kind of early and started working in fast food and stuff because, again, I got sued from Nike. I was sterilized. I didn't want to do anything I didn't want to do any business for a little bit. And then in 2003, I knew I wasn't cut out for a 9-to-5 job. I just couldn't do it. I was really bored at it. I would sleep. I couldn't work for somebody else for hourly pay. So I bought media traffic actually from a guy that was already running it. Different logo, different services, everything was different. And I was like, I'm going to take this to be $1 million company. But soon enough, I realized that people weren't actually attracted to our services. They don't want a one-time fix. They don't want a one-time 500 followers or 5,000 viewers on their YouTube channel. They wanted something ongoing. So we had to make changes. We relaunched in the end of 2015, and then after that, you know, we broke out a new revenue. You know, at the end of 2017, we broke out 70,000 in revenue. So that's like 50 clients paying us from $1,000 to $2,000. And then now Media Traffic Source works with clients in the USA, Canada. We have people in Nigeria, people in Brazil, people all over the world, you know, because we do Instagram. And Instagram engagement brings people all over the place. You know, next thing you know, people are messaging us and they're like, hey, we want your services in Dubai. Now we got to go to Dubai and do some videos and do some stuff. In Greece, we've done some videos in Greece. So that's really interesting. You know, for me, it's really interesting. Cyber marketing, online marketing is the cheapest way to reach people. Okay, it's one of the cheapest way, but you need to do it over and over again. That's why it's cheap. It's also cheap because it's free. The platforms are free. People on it are on it for free, and there's billions of people. Okay, that's why it's cheap. With internet marketing, you can target people based on age, city, interest, and gender. Okay, because they actually, when they submit the application to these social networks, you put what kind of gender you are, your age, everything. And that's how Facebook targets people, or Instagram, or even YouTube if we do YouTube ads. The word of mouth travels easier online. It's like a word of mouth on steroids, is what my mentor likes to call it. You know, once a video gets shared by someone who has, let's say, 500 friends, just make it minimal, and that one of his 500 friends has 5,000 friends, and he shares it, now you're in front of 5,000 friends. And he just clicked a button and shared your video. But if it was like a flyer, if it was like an ad on a magazine, it would be harder to kind of share it with someone. You know, when's the last time you saw somebody take a picture of a magazine and send it to their friend? Hey, look, I found something. You know, it's very rare. But online, it's easier. It's just one click of a button, your content is out there. People find comfort in surfing the web and find businesses. They feel like they've accomplished something. Once they look for a service, like let's say they're looking for a lawyer, and they find her website, or they find a video of her explaining about, you know, the services, injury attorney, they're going to be like, oh, I found this place, I found this bot, I'm going to call them, now I feel like I accomplished something. Okay? So it's not more of a direct, it's more of like if they find you, they come to you and use your service. Content marketing. Content marketing is king. That's what kind of like switched our whole business model around. We went from a company that did no revenue to a company that, you know, is making revenue just because of content marketing. Businesses need commercials. Businesses need blogs. They need audio. And if you're taking advantage of all these four, the written, the video, the photos, and the audio, you're going to dominate in your space. And I'm not saying that you can do it once and forget about it. Blogging takes a while for it to kind of accumulate. You know, you're supposed to blog at least once a week. You know, once a week for a whole year, you end up with like a couple hundred blogs, right? 365 blogs, you know, at the end of the year. And when people search for these keywords, let's say, how to do online marketing. That's one of our blog's names. If people search for that keyword and see our blog, and they start reading about your blog, they start reading your expertise, what you have to say about online marketing, the next thing they can do is they can go to your homepage and start interacting with your website. That's why written blog is on the first one, because it's very important. People will find you easier like that. And a lot of times we search for something, for an answer, and then we find it through a blog, and then that blog has also a video. Once you combine a blog with a video, it becomes stronger in the eyes of Google. So they're gonna, you know, rank you higher, rank you faster, in a way, because you have more content. Photos are important for Instagram. They're important for Facebook. It's good to add photos, but we're not a fan of them because they don't keep the attention for longer than like 5 seconds. If you create a video for 1 minute and the person watches it, you got their attention for 1 minute, you know? And that's huge. Getting somebody's attention for 1 minute is huge in today's age, because the attention span is getting shorter like every day. From 10 seconds, it's probably like 5 seconds right now. People will scroll past your stuff very fast. unless it's something that's attracting to them. It's attractive, it's funny, it's too sad, too angry, too something. It has to be too something, too entertaining. Audio podcasts are the next big thing that we believe is huge as well. If you have a podcast, if you want to make a podcast about catering, if you want to make a podcast about injury and what you do in the terms of you getting injured, if you want to do a podcast about lending, what to do if you need commercial lending, people might find that on iTunes and then connect with you on that podcast. But we're not very big on that because it takes a while, it takes a lot of equipment, it takes a lot of softwares to upload to iTunes and stuff like that. But it's good. If you make a video and you can extract the audio, why not?
Who's the main host of podcast today?
What do you mean?
Is iTunes?
iTunes.
Because I'm not used to it. I listen to a lot of podcasts, but through YouTube with the stream also,
Yes, so that's
but
another
it feels
way.
like if you want to do something, like you're driving, maybe iTunes is a better.
So iTunes is one great
if I
place.
also want to launch something, is
Yes.
iTunes where I want to put my content? Is that?
iTunes is a great way to listen to podcasts. Also, another thing I like to use is Audible for books. It has a lot of good books that are Audible. If you can create a book, that would be a piece of content as well. For right now we're creating a book, and that's supposed to take our company to the next level because it creates an authority level. Like if you're a barber and you have a book about barbering, you know how much authority that gives you? People are automatically going to think you're an expert at barbering. Everybody's going to come to you, But not a lot of people do that because they think it takes a long time. They think it takes a lot of money. But in reality, now it's doable than ever. All you got to do is record your voice, send it to a company that will transcript it, send it to an editor that will edit it, and you have a book. It's that easy. You can do it in 1 week. People think that you got to write it.
Books from other countries and sell them.
You can do that. So content creators, who can be the content creators? It can be you. Like right now, I'm our content creator plus my team. Everywhere I go, I create content. Every event I go, I create content. It's me. You have to be your own content creator if you're not trying to spend much money. Another person, you can hire somebody. You can hire somebody hourly. You can hire a media company. Every now and then, they would come in and do your content. They would do ongoing videos, ongoing commercials, so your company is always fresh with new content, right? And all that content should go on your website. And we're gonna go. This is the tip for the day. All that content that you create, it has to be on your website. Your website has to be a hub full of content. So when somebody comes in, you want them to get lost in the videos. You want them to get lost in the blogs. You want to teach them everything on your website and have them spend as much time as possible there. Because if they do, in the eyes of Google, you're respected. You're going to be on the first page easily. And then you can outsource content. You can hire somebody from across seas to kind of create content for you. That's unlikely. It's not recommended, but you can do it. Another way you can create content is something you might want to write that down. It's called Canva. Canva.com.
Canva?
Canva, yes.
V as Victor,
V, yeah, Canva. Canva.com. So that's one of the easiest platforms you can create content with.
Say it.
Canva. Canva. Canva.com. What you can do is you can add your logo to that software, and it's like $5 a month, but there's a free version of it. You can create any content you want, and you can add your logo in the top corner or left corner, whatever, and that's branding for you. You start posting pictures, you start posting motivational quotes. You can do with that with the Canva. You can do YouTube thumbnails. If you upload a video on YouTube, you go to Canva and you create a thumbnail. You want to create a flyer, you go to Canva, create a flyer. They kind of have templates for everything, so It makes it easy for you guys.
Is that canva.com? C-A-N-V-A?
Yes, canva.com. Okay? Where do we go now? This is
Then what happens there?
Sometimes you have to,
For example,
you have to point it towards the light here.
Right here, backside. Yep.
Point it, more towards those two lights.
No,
No,
I mean, it's because of the.
hold on.
Let me do it. Look.
Yeah.
It's messing up my PowerPoint.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
This one right here, free marketing. We're just gonna go over it real quick. Thank you.
Okay.
So free marketing, one thing I like to do is, oh shit, what happened?
There we go. Okay. There we go.
There you go, thank you. So one thing I like to do, and one thing we did before we start paying so much money on ads, what we do about $10,000 right now in ads, we would go to online groups, like let's say San Diego Barbers, or Real Estate San Diego, or
Brazilians in San Diego.
Exactly, Brazilians in San Diego. You go out there and you start posting about your company. You start posting about your brand. What do you got to offer? What do you got going on? Now, you won't see much engagement on this, but you got to do it over and over again. You got to have sweat equities to put in it and time. You can post ongoing, non-stop content because, to be honest, social media is just free. You can just keep posting, keep posting, keep posting. One thing pops up and you're already making it. Now that's the problem a lot of people don't get, is they think that they gotta post once a week or once a month and call it a day. Oh, it didn't work for me. Well, you didn't do it. You know, you didn't do it consistently enough. Anything, any marketing, newspaper, magazines, if you don't do it consistently enough, it won't work. So that it works if you post a lot.
But there are two sides of this, right? If I follow like an account, a business or something, and if I see like content 1 hour, I mean,
Here's
I
the
get
thing.
bored, right?
The algorithm for Facebook, doesn't work like that. Let's say I have you as a friend. You post all day long, non-stop. I'm only gonna get to see 1 or 2 statuses of you. I'm not gonna see everything you're posting.
Okay.
Their algorithm is very, even if you post once a day, I might never see it. So you have to keep posting it because they're gonna show your each content piece. They're gonna show it to a group of people.
First question.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
know that YouTube and Facebook, Instagram has changed their algorithm, right?
Right.
And then you see the contents that based on what you what you have liked before, and what you have watched. So, what's the best way of getting your content
To be recommended.
to be recommended?
So to have content that's recommended is you have to create good content long enough for people to stay on it, and if they stay on it for let's say 10 minutes, that's automatically tells YouTube that you're the next person that's recommended video. That your video has actual value in it, so they're gonna recommend it to other people. Another way of have your video recommended is if you pay YouTube, and they're gonna recommend your videos to people automatically. You pay them a certain money, and every time somebody clicks, they charge you money. So these recommended videos are usually ads. They're not just recommended because they're recommended. They're ads sometimes.
What's a normal price point on those ads?
So the normal price point on YouTube ads can go from $10 to hundreds of dollars. It's something you set up, and then you see if it works for you. You keep doing it. If it doesn't, you keep refining it. You keep putting new content. And if it still doesn't work for you, then it's just you're not doing it wrong. You gotta get some professional assistance.
100 times every time they show it on the Facebook, or
What do you mean?
you just pay only once?
They only show your content on Facebook once.
So you pay like $100.
Well, once, sometimes they show, so they'll tell you the frequency level of how many people are seeing it. After 3 days of running a Facebook ad, we'll get to it in a little bit, they're gonna tell you. They're gonna tell you how many it's being shown to. It's usually 1.5, so they show it 1.5 times, I guess. So that's how they just show it 1 time to a person, if that's your question. You can find your dream clients and direct message. If you think that someone is a potential client, like in our company, we have Instagram accounts that message business owners 24/7 on VPSs. So we get a lot of responses from these accounts because they're business owners. They need our services. Therefore, they're more likely to buy. Okay. Create a free web pages. If you want to create web pages, you can use Weebly, WEEBLYE, and then Wix.com. Now, it's good to create free pages, but it's also going to have a little mark on the bottom where it says this page was created by this and that. And they don't always convert. It's just to look good. If you want to create that just to showcase some information, you can do that for free on these pages. And then you can record content using your phone. We all have smartphones, right? And you got to take advantage of that all the time. Take a video, take a live. You're doing work, you're at work. You're doing someone's hair, you think it's very good, make a live video of that. Somebody might look at that and be like, hey, you know, I want that haircut. You know, and then next thing you know, from Facebook, they're coming to your place. So let's move on.
You need to show it this way.
On the other way, the
Yeah,
opposite
backside,
way, yeah.
those
Right
kind
there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right, more towards those lights, those two white lights, should make it move. Someone could go back.
I mean,
We
can
should
you,
make it
you need
Sarah,
to-
can you make,
you should
can you
make
make full screen?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it works
this one.
better with full screen. Otherwise it keeps going other places.
Yeah.
Can you
So
just say?
don't push it, well, why
You know,
don't someone go back here and push it forward?
Yes, please.
Okay, so that we don't have.
Just leave it full
It's
screen.
this one right here.
Okay. Stand there.
Oh, it's touch.
No. Okay. All right. Oh,
Whatever. It's still technology, you gotta get.
yeah, make it go forward if you could, just trying to do it.
So you can touch the screen.
Oh, right there.
Oh, there you go, that's much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So paid marketing. Okay, this is what I think all of you have been waiting for. Okay, paid marketing. First one, we have paid search ads. The most expensive paid ads you can ever pay for, because that's actually what people are looking for. They're searching that because they need the service. Okay, and that's why some people are paying $100 per click. Sometimes it goes up to $150. Now, is it my recommended one? Not really, because even though you can pay $100 for a click, they click on your ad, and then next thing you know, the website is not converting. The website is not actually getting any leads. So you just wasted $100. Done, gone, right? So I do this for our big clients like real estate, contractors, plumbers, dentists. We do that for them, you know? And especially when we combine it with a landing page that gets us like 23 to 30% opt-in ratio. And what I mean by that is if 100 people goes on your website, 23 of them want more information and they opt in for your offer, that means you have 23% opt-in ratio. And if 100 people go on your website and none of them do anything, that means you have a 0% opt-in ratio and your page is just crap. It's not doing
Your
anything.
average?
Opt-in ratio. So when people opt in
No,
their
no, I got that,
information.
but do you have any average numbers of your?
Average numbers of, well, there is no average numbers.
No.
You know, it can go from 0. Some people, I've seen some people getting 66% opt-in ratio. You know, and that's just insane amount of numbers. Just think about it. If they get 1,000 visitor, that's 660 leads. You know, that's a huge difference maker for these companies. So before you run any ads, before you do any paid ads, before you do any social media ads, you gotta take a look at your landing page, your website. Is it converting? Are people actually coming in? Are people actually opting in to get those services or that free guide you're offering? You know, how well is your marketing or your magnet marketing is working? You know, lead magnet that we called it earlier. It has to be very compelling. It has to be better than your competition. You know, like if our competition has a 1-page checklist, ours has to be 2 pages. And it's 2 pages. It goes over everything that needs to be done. Now, let me see if I have enough copies. I'll probably give you guys a copy of my marketing checklist later on, so you can guys take a look at it and see what it looks like. Paid social media boost. Now, this is a little bit cheaper than paid ads. It's actually way cheaper, and you'll also have the advantage of going viral. Let's say you paid $20 for your ad campaign to promote a video that you made, and you think it's very funny. You know, someone else might see it, think it's very funny, share it, and then now you have free ads, free marketing. People are actually sharing your video, your ad. Even though you paid Facebook, people are still engaging with it. With paid search, not too much. If they click on your link once, and if there's no like sharing on your website, they're not gonna share your website. And it's unlikely for them to share your website for no reason. But if it's a funny video, they might share. Okay? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, you can do all these paid social media ads with them. And then we have paid influencers to promote your brand. You know, you can pay influencers, you can find those. There's a lot of apps that kind of help you find influencers. All you gotta do is Google apps that find influencers. That's what I do. I Google apps that find, you know, Instagram influencers, and I have like 3 apps on my phone that I just go, and it's just like a networking app where you get to network with these influencers. You ask them how much their rates are. They're usually more expensive than paid ads because, again, they're targeted. It's people that have influence over your market, and you have more opportunity to make a sale there. You have more opportunity to build your network and so on.
And how is it? You go to the app store?
You go to App Store, and all you gotta do is you gotta type influencer marketing, and you get a bunch of apps, you know, and they're all kind of do the same things. Some of them are more popular than others, but you can find people easily on there. Now the prices for these people range from like $200 to $1,000, depending on how big their audience is.
What you
And when they start-
Go ahead.
When they start to be like an influencer, like with how many followers?
Okay, so that's a really good question. First of all, before you contact any influencer, you gotta look at how many followers they have. Let's say they have 100,000 followers. And then you're gonna go to their pictures and see how many likes do they have. Let's say they have 100,000 followers. For them to be a good influencer, they have to have an engagement ratio of 5%.
I thought it was 10.
Well, 10 is too much. 10 is way too much. That's if they're really like famous, you know, and these people are gonna charge you 1,000 up, you know. But if it's 5% on 100,000, you know, account, that's good. That's a good
Because
account.
we can see like some people have like, I don't know, like a 20,000 followers, and then we check their pictures, they have like 100 likes or you
Okay.
know, like
Yeah.
of
So
course they bought.
yes. So that's
You know, like
that's
that.
about 0.5% engagement ratio. So you won't contact these people. You only contact people from 3% to 5% and up.
I got 10% of my likes.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome.
Out of 100. Out of 100 followers, she got 10%.
No. I always check
Her
before.
mom, her son.
Neighbors, right?
Okay. So another thing with the engagement ratio, the more followers you get, the less your engagement ratio goes down. You know? So that's what it is. The more people have followers, the more Instagram starts showing it to most people. So 3 to 5% is what we see all the time.
For instance, people like Ty Lopez, like, how much will they charge you think, like, approximately?
What do you mean? To do
Like
what?
for sharing your content on their page.
So a guy like Ty Lopez will probably run you about thousands of dollars.
Thousands, like, how many thousands?
Thousands? I don't know. I've never really asked. I don't know, but most likely like more than 5,000. And plus, I mean, do they have your audience? Is your audience in Ty Lopez's account?
He does some kind of realtor, so people who are in real estate could like get interested in like putting like branding and.
So if you're a person that teaches online marketing for realtors, like me, I could probably use Ty's account. But other person like a barber shop or a lawyer, I don't think they can use his account for promotion. I don't think he will accept it as well. He'll only promote something that kind of goes in with his account. And probably at his level, I don't think he does influence marketing, but he uses influence marketing to get to where he was right now.
So basically what you're saying is that these three...
I've actually been to Ty Lopez's house.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like recently he had like a 350 people.
Yes,
so
I was there.
You were there?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna go there, but I couldn't purchase a ticket.
Yeah, man, it was awesome. It was cool. It was a lot of
worth
information.
It?
Huh?
Was it worth it, like buying ticket? I mean,
Not really. I already knew everything they talked about, so I was just there for the people to network and stuff. Yeah. The stuff they talk about is very basic.
I just want to make sure I got what you're saying. As far as influencers, you're saying like a good influencer would be someone that converts 3 to 5% of their audience to you, to your product.
No.
What is it?
With
What is
how
that 3
many
to 5%?
Yeah, but my Instagram, it's blocked. Because if my Instagram was open, I would
Track
have...
people.
No, because if my Instagram was open, I would have like nowadays like maybe 5,000. I had to block my Instagram because of this fucking creep guy, so.
So
Yeah, it's true.
let's go back to the creep side. I don't want you to be worried about these people. So what you do is look at your business and search what is the licensing that you need to run your business.
Yeah.
Because he could be just, you know, just scaring you off or just being creepy, but he also could be right, you know? He could be like, you know,
Yeah.
if you're under OSHA or RASPA or any of these, you know, regulation companies, they can actually go out and kind of inspect if you have licenses, you know? So my advice for you is to block this guy and just keep doing what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You know, there's always going to be haters. When you do something right, there's always going to come in, somebody will come in and try to like knock you off your horse. So, and then lastly, before that we go to the last one, we have paid citation ads. So these paid citation ads are like yellow pages. This is where people go in to find services or look for services. Oh, something happened. So, and look for services. For example, we have Yelp ads that we pay about $500 a month. Everybody that goes and look for reviews about our competitors, our ad pops up with 5 reviews on Yelp. So people will click on us and send us messages from Yelp. They call us from Yelp, and it's been working good for our industry. But again, some industries will not work for it.
What do you do with the reviews that's getting deleted by Yelp?
What do you mean, reviews?
The reviews, I mean, the Yelp deletes it.
The Yelp deletes the reviews that are too short. They think it's made up or fake. But if it's a review that's long and you know it's a real person verified, they don't delete it. They only delete their reviews that are short and not helping their visitors or their audience. So,
Their reviews have to, for example, someone goes to a restaurant. Why do you have to write half the page? Like,
Terrible, terrible.
no, but like you said, the food was good. That's it. Right?
some people want to go in details. Yeah.
But I think like for us studying this now, like when I go to reviews, I never know if this is real or not. Because I know someone who used to work for Amazon, all he has to do is write fake reviews.
Okay, so
you know, like how do you know? And now we know like they will delete some bad reviews if the company is paying for it. So maybe it's bad, but the company is paying for it, so they're not there. So you know what I mean? Like once we
Yes.
start to see all of that, it's like, oh my god.
some companies do that, but right now with Yelp reviews and other citation sites, they've kind of like got it to a T where they kind of filter out the short, no picture reviews with no real accounts. They kind of filter them out and not show them. So, but there is a lot of companies that actually have employees sitting in a room and each person is writing reviews on a certain business and they get paid for that. You know, and there was a company that was trying to sell us on that, and I was like, you know what? We're just gonna gain our reviews. How about that? Every time you get a client, he's happy. You've helped them do the right thing. You've helped them get to that next level. You reach out to them with an email, with a text, and you're like, hey, if you could leave us a review, this is the link on our Yelp. But what I recommend, what we've been doing recently, is we have this application, where all we gotta do is we gotta put their phone number. And we're gonna put the message that we want to send out to them, and we can just press send. On their end, what they're gonna get is they're gonna get a text message. They're gonna be like, "Thank you for using Media Traffic Services. In the next step, if you leave us a video review, you'll get 50 points off your next month." You know, and they're like, "Okay." So they click the link, and the next thing they know is there's a camera in front of them to do the review. So they record it. It's a video, and then they send it to the app. The app sends us the review, and they get their points.
Wow, what's the app called?
I don't know the name exactly, but I can look it up for you. I can look it up. There's a lot of softwares that we use to kind of like with our follow-up sequences, with our content creation. There's a lot of softwares that we use. If you guys have any questions about these, I have some of the names for them. For example, if you're a B2B business, if you're looking for business owners, there's a software called Scope Leads, and what we do is we search, let's say, lawyers in San Diego, and it will pull up all the lawyers with their phone numbers, emails, address, and even the name of the owner of that lawyer.
Cool.
Scope Leads. If you're working with B2B, business to business, you can, and what you can do with that software is also email these people on the spot. You can select the leads you want to email. One click, you can send them a sequence that you've created. And that sequence will go like, one day it will tell them about you, the other day will tell them about your product, the third day will tell them about what you have to offer them. And the fourth day will be like, take action. Like, where can we do this? You know? Another thing that I like is solo ads. A lot of people have no idea what solo ads is. Solo ads are basically your competition email list. For example, we used it when we first started. Our competition have an email list of 100,000 followers or 100,000 emails of people that run businesses in San Diego. What we told our competition is, we're going to give you $1,000 for you to send an email telling your subscribers about us. So they're basically using their email list to promote your business. You know, it doesn't happen a lot with local businesses because local businesses don't have a big email list already. But with like huge companies that already have millions of people on their email list, they can give you great traffic from these solo ads. And a good way to find solo ads is a place called Udemy. UDIMI.com. Udemy, and another one called Clickonomy. Click and then economy. So the last kind of section is high production. Again, if you want to produce high amount of content, high amount of advertisement, you need to hire a team or just like a person dedicated to that. If you're not able to, because a lot of people are focused on running their business. They're focused on being a barber. They're focused on becoming the next, best barber in town. They're not focused on doing marketing. They're not focused on creating content. So what you would do is hire somebody to do it for you or hire a team to do it for you. You can do it yourself. You can abuse the social channels because they're free. That's how my mentor literally made his money. He did no paid ads. All he did is post on social media 24/7. Until one video popped up, one video got on fire, and now he's like a multi-millionaire making 40 million a month. Just like that. So it's very important for you to take it seriously and be consistent with it.
What's his name? Mention?
His name is Gary Vaynerchuk.
Oh, I gave a presentation about him last time.
You did?
Some of them didn't like it because like he's not good enough.
No, Gary Vaynerchuk is a legit.
That's good.
He's a legit hustle hard entrepreneur. Like
Oh, yeah, he is.
he does marketing for Coca-Cola, Toyota, charging them 80 grand, 70 grand a month. And they don't even want reports because they're a huge company. They don't want reports. They just want stuff done to them. So
So did you personally meet him or just
Yeah.
he's like,
yeah, I went to his office in New York.
oh yeah?
Yes.
I've been texting like 60-second thing,
Mhm.
60-second clock.
Yes.
So I get a chance to like meet him.
You did to get to meet him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually paid. I actually paid a lot of money. But it was totally worth it, just going there, seeing that environment, seeing how many people work at his office. I was like, dude, this is where I want to be.
Yeah.
This is my dream, like this guy's living my dream, but that's good, If you have somebody that's living the life that you want, there's a business owner that's doing exactly what you want to do, go hang out with them. Don't hate on them, go hang out with them, go, kick it with them, buy them lunch, buy them coffees and stuff, and just get that networking going, That's what I do. I get all my clients, sometimes I take them out on dinner days, take them to the horse racing, whatever that you gotta do, to get closer to that client. So, the last thing is quantity over quality. I know a lot of people say, oh, but we gotta make a video, it should be perfect angle, it should be perfect this, perfect that. Don't worry about that. Just create content. It might not be perfect for you, but for someone else, it might be just the right thing that they wanted to see. So quantity over quality. But also make sure when you're creating the content, if you have the ability to add good quality, why not? If you have good ability to buy a good camera that gives you HD 4K picture, why not? If you have the ability to buy some lightings, some stuff, why not? It's money worth wasting on. So as far as prices, with online marketing, it's really up to you. You can spend from $5. We start some ads at $3. $3 just to test them out for 3 days, 4 days. See what that $3 could do. See if we're getting some good relevancy score, and that relevancy score is really important when you do that Facebook ad because it will tell you how people are interacting with your ads. And it's a score of 10. If you're getting a 9 or an 8, your ad is doing spectacular. You gotta bump up your ad budget. If it's doing like a 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, You stop that ad and you create something else with different audience, different content, different age group, whatever it might be. You just need to get that relevancy score up to date. 9, 8, even 7 could be good. But it is what it is. It's cheap, but it takes a lot of time, takes a lot of effort, and a lot of experiments. I tell a lot of my clients, marketing is just like science. You experiment things, and a lot of things don't work. But when something works, you scale it up, and that's it. You go from there. So you might do 3 ads that won't work, and you might lose like $100. But you might create 1 ad that works, you scale it up, and now you're making hundreds of that ad, that same ad. So that's something to keep in mind. Homework for today, I want you guys to take action. Like what you learned, if your businesses are already established, if you have a process of making sales, we don't even take clients that don't make sales. Like we first look at, okay, are you converting sales? Like if I bring a client to you, are you going to close them? Right? If you have a system like that, then you can start doing marketing, just start doing content, just putting out there some stuff. But if your system is not converting sales, then that's what you got to be working on first, before anything else. So you don't waste your money and you don't waste your efforts and all that stuff. So, disclaimer, that marketing stuff requires a lot of experimenting and patience and skill. I've been doing this for the last 7, 8 years, and I still feel like every day I'm learning. Every day I go to events with Gary Vee, Ty Lopez, all these people. Business expos, conversion and traffic and conversion summit. If you ever want to go to that event, it's really cool. Traffic and conversion summit. They teach a lot about marketing in that summit, and it's only once a year.
Conversion summit?
Traffic and conversion summit. And I think I'm doing a talk on there too this year. So it's very interesting. It's basically all the people that do marketing are there. The big people, the big guys are always there. So if you want to learn a lot, that's the place to be at.
And what's the price? I mean, ticket price between the two of them?
I think it was like from $100 to $400.
Oh.
I got it for free because I had my mentor there,
Uh-huh.
and he just let me in. Yes, but I forgot what it was to take it for. But it's a great event that you guys should attend. And the Small Business Expo, which is in October in downtown, that's something you guys want to attend to. Meet people. A lot of people from different businesses are there. You can meet marketers. You can meet a bunch of services that could help you and stuff.
What's it called?
What is it?
What's it called, that event?
Small Business Expo. Small business. Oh, so if you want to save time on finding events to go to, download an app called 10 times. 10 times. Yeah, go on the app store.
Or like
10 times. Actually 10 and then times.
what, 10 index, right?
10 times. Number 10 and then times.
Okay.
Yes. So that app, you can configure it for your location, and every time there's an event going on, it will tell you, like, hey, there's an business expo in San Diego. Hey, there's the marketing and, whatever, summit that's going on. It will tell you all these events. But you can't find Ty Lopez events on these. You have to
No, it's hard.
Yeah. So, another things, here's the thing. You can decide to do marketing, or you can decide not to do it. But at the same time, you got to focus on what makes you happy. If doing marketing doesn't make you happy, outsource it. There's many people that could do your marketing. One thing you can outsource work from is a place called Upwork. Upwork.com. You can outsource your marketing from Fiverr.com. Have you guys ever heard of Fiverr.com?
Fiverr, yeah.
Fiverr.com, Upwork.com. The only issue with these services is that they're going to offer you SEO services. They're going to offer you maybe Facebook ads. The only thing is that they're not consistent. You're going to pay for something once, and that's it.
They're freelancers, right?
They're mostly freelancers, yeah. For a business that is looking for longevity, the business that's looking to reach $500,000, you can't really depend on those. You can depend on them for logos, for something that you need one time, but for something you need ongoing help with, you can't depend on.
But Canvas works the same, right?
What is it?
Like canvas.com, canva.com.
Canva, no. Canva is a place where you go on it and you create your own
Like for
content.
branding, right?
Yes, for
Yeah,
branding.
no, I'm relating that to Fiverr, like, because my branding, sometimes I use some freelancers of Fiverr.
Mhm.
But instead, if I'm a bigger company, I can just go for Canva, right?
No, if you want to do it yourself, go to Canva. It's a
Okay.
do-it-yourself kind of
Yes, I
platform.
got you.
They already have the templates though. They already have everything set up for you. So all you gotta do is go in, add your logo, add what you want to say on the picture, and
Gotcha.
done. You know.
So what
Sometimes
you don't want to do is like going to Canva when you want to make a bigger campaign.
yes, yes. So sometimes what a lot of people on Fiverr do is they're gonna tell you, oh, we're gonna design a flyer for you. We're gonna design this. We're gonna design that. And then once you pay them, they go to Canva and make it for free, and then
Right.
have you pay $5, $10, whatever.
Makes sense.
Okay, and you can get a free one-on-one training by Media Traffics. Me or one of my team members can go over, you know, what you need as a separate business, because each business is a separate kind of like strategy. You know, like I'm not gonna market a barbershop like I'm gonna market Best Team Lending. I'm not gonna market Best Team Lending like I'm gonna market the lawyers right here. So it's all different for different industries. But when you look at the basics, the kind of like platforms and the steps, that's kind of all the same. Create content, drive traffic from that content to your landing page, have that landing page convert at least 20%, or even 15% is good, and then have a good closing process. Get that lead and you close them right then. And that's it. That's basically it. 3 simple steps. Content, traffic, convert. Do you guys have any questions?
I have a question. What do ghosts and the content creators charge? Like,
Ghost content creators?
ghost writers
Ghostwriters?
and then like content creators?
We've paid these guys from $10 an article to $100 an article. So
Right.
depending on how many words you want, depending on how good you want it to be, you pay them a certain money and they're gonna create your content for you, your blogs.
Should you be doing like a very often, you know, posting like articles to get like your name out there?
Yeah, once a week, or if you can do it more than that, then yes, it's very important, because look at it this way. You have 365 days a year, right? If you create one content piece every day, you're gonna end up with 365 content pieces, which will make you easier for Google to find you. Is it gonna slow your website? It will slow your website a little bit, but again, you're worried about getting traffic, not how fast it is. Yes. Do you guys have any questions about creating landing pages?
Yes, like, do you have like, what should be there, the length,
Of the landing page?
yeah,
So the landing page, what I like to tell my clients is the less stuff you can put on it, the better.
the last stuff?
The less stuff. The more stuff you put on your website, people start zoning off. They start seeing too much things. They don't know what to focus on. So what we do for our landing pages is simple as this. Get free checklists, and then there's just a video of somebody explaining the checklist, what's in the checklist, and then there's an opt-in button underneath it. That's it. The 66% opt-in ratio that I told you about, it's literally a page with just one sentence and one button, and it says download. And that's it. They get 66% opt-in ratio.
Now for this class, the person who kind of created it, she's insisting upon seeing 3 pages, like the front page, the middle page would be like your product, and the final page would be your content. You're suggesting, I take it, that that's an old way of doing things.
That's-
Well,
that-
I think it's different too, like landing page and website.
Yeah, so a landing
okay.
page is different from a website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so your website, I still don't think you need 3 pages for
Yeah.
each separate thing. I think that your offer should be at the front, you know, at the footer when they first landing, and then when they scroll down, it should be your product. What does your product do? It should highlight what your product does. And then they scroll down a little bit, they should have a place where they can take action. They can maybe download your lead magnet again, you know, or they can have a place where they can contact you right away. I don't believe in creating separate pages for separate, you know, make everything separate, because you want people to be easy to know what you're all about in just like 10 seconds. slow down, kind of like scroll up, you know? As far as creating separate pages for your services, you could. That's for SEO purposes. For example, you do injury attorney right here. They do injury cases. So what they would do is they would do injury attorney in San Diego, and that should be just the description of what they do for people with injuries. They can write about the process. They can write about what kind of people they're taking. They can write about what people can qualify for. All these things can be in the service page separately for SEO purpose, not on the website itself. So yeah. Any other questions? Like where to do the landing pages, where to do the website?
I didn't understand what landing page is.
So a landing page is something that has your lead magnet. For example, you are a catering company. What could you offer somebody that doesn't know about you? Maybe like a menu of what you offer. You know, a menu with some food pictures of what you offer. Maybe even a video of you cooking that food, right?
Gotcha.
So what you will tell them, what you will tell somebody that doesn't know you yet, right?
Uh-huh.
Get this free guide and we'll show you how we create our caterings and the pictures or something. So people would log in, will put their email just to get these information, right? Now let's say they got these information about your company, they know what you offer, they know what your services are, they know your food, but they don't purchase, they just forget, they leave. But you have their email or potentially their phone number to call them and be like, hey, what happened? You logged into my website, you downloaded my lead magnet, you downloaded my menu, but you didn't really call me back, you know? So that's something.
But isn't this something that could also be your website?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
Yes.
where can we find this landing page? It's on the website. I mean, I didn't get it. Sorry.
So the landing page
Yeah.
could be one of the pages on your website.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And then once they opt in, they can go to your website and browse everything. They can browse videos, they can browse blogs.
So it's like when you open the website and like a window pops up and
It can be a
asking you to
window,
sign in.
it can be a pop-up sign-in,
Mhm.
but I don't encourage those because Google is not going to rank you if you have pop-ups in your website.
Yeah, okay.
So
You-
on your Google listing, for example, you would put your landing page or your website.
On your Google ad,
Like when you go on Google and you research, for example, I'm mattresses, right?
Yes.
Mattresses near me.
yes,
So you show my store,
Mhm.
and then you'll have the link for the website
in the website, yes.
in the
So
website.
instead of the
where do
website,
where do you put where your landing page should
so
be?
your landing page will be in the place of the website. So when they click, the
Oh,
first thing they
okay.
see is the landing page. They either decide to get what you're offering or not.
Okay.
And then once they get that offer, they can go on to their to your
I see.
website and start browsing.
So when they first click on website, it's actually taking to the landing page, and then they can go to the website
Yes,
from your landing page.
exactly. Usually we put in a thank you page. Hey, like thank you for downloading this checklist. You'll be expecting it to come in your email, and then you put a button, visit website, continue browsing. And then they click the button, and now they're on your website.
And what
That's
you're
it.
saying is that landing page is basically more important than.
It is.
Gotcha.
It's more important than your website.
Okay.
Like she has a great website. Oh, it looks good, but is it converting? Not too much.
But how about if you have a website where there is a shopping factory,
Okay.
okay, that leads you for a checkout? Isn't it altogether like a landing page and a website? Isn't it all the same?
No.
Because, for example, can I share an experience?
Okay, go ahead.
Like yesterday, I went to vistaprint.com,
Right.
and their first page was all their products available.
Yes.
Through that, I got what I needed,
Yes.
and I was basically making a quote for this class here, by the way, for
Yes.
some brochures and business cards that we need.
Right.
Okay. I didn't proceed with the checkout. Okay, I didn't want to buy that stuff. I wanted to see pricing.
Yeah.
I got an email today asking why I didn't proceed
Yes,
for
because you
checkout.
submitted your email.
Yeah, so basically it's everything you're saying right,
Right,
now,
right.
but through their web page.
Yes. So Vistaprint will not allow you to create anything really without getting your email, without creating an account.
Yes.
And that's what their way of getting that magnet that
Uh-huh.
email that you have,
So
right?
that's their landing page.
Yes, that's kind of their
Gotcha.
landing page, their landing pop-up.
Sending you emails.
And they also have separate landing pages for separate, like, let's say, services and stuff like that, where they advertise it in like banners or like Facebook ads, and then you click and it's just a landing page. You get the offer, you get the coupon, and then once you get the coupon, you get to go to the website and order whatever you want and use that coupon as.
So it's basically when you require the customer to provide you with their data in order to keep going with your content.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, because if go ahead.
So where do I create my landing page?
So there's many places you can create your landing pages. You can create it within your website. If your website guy keeps updating your website like we do in our company, like we always, every time they need something, we update them a new landing page, a new page for a certain service they just added. So if your website guy does that, you can ask him, hey, I want a landing page, I want it to be short, and I want my lead magnet to be appealing, and that's it. You know, if they can make that, great. If not, you can use an amazing landing page program called ClickFunnels. That's one program that's kind of expensive for startup businesses, but it does work like crazy when we started using it. Because it's just made for funnels. Like that's all they do. It's just funnels. Another thing, you can create websites and a funnel together. It's a place called builderall.com. Builderall.com. And what you can do with builderall.com is not just websites. You can create a website. You can create an app. You can create content. Like let's say you have a cover of a book that you want to put it in like, what do you call it? Remember, you know how you want to purchase something and then there's like kind of previews of like CDs and stuff like that? If you want to create content like this, it's there. If you want to put your picture on like a bus stop or something, you can do it there. They have like a design studio. They have it, huh?
Builder what?
Builder all.
Oh.
Builder all. Yeah.
All.
So you builder and then all. A-L-L. Yes. I usually send people to my link because I actually work with them. I'm affiliated with them. I partnered with them like a year ago, and people that I help, you know, with people come to me and they're like, I want to do my own marketing. I'm like, sounds good. I can train you. I can show you how do you do it all in one place, and I send them my link and the training that comes with it. So you can do it on there easily. They also have templates and stuff.
Do you guys at Media Traffics do websites too?
Definitely. Most of our clients are usually websites. And then from there, they move on to other stuff like marketing. Yes, content marketing. Sometimes we even do free websites. Like we just walk in and we're like, hey, let's do you a free website. We do a free website, they like it, they love it. And then now they're like, I want to advertise it. We're like, sounds good. Let's start the advertising going. We give them a package. They accept it. We sign a 3-month contract because that's how long we think things start coming up. Clients start coming up, followers starts following you. It takes about 3 months, and then after that, they usually stay with us. You know, but month to month, they can cancel whenever they want. You know. So, any other
Very nice,
questions?
man.
So can you help me please with the marketing plan? What should I use for marketing for granite fabrication?
Fabrication.
Right. And installation as well.
So you install the blinds, right? The fabrication blinds, or?
No, fabrication, countertops.
Oh,
vanities,
countertops. Okay.
Like sink.
Okay. So for that, what I would do is first of all, I would create a lead magnet. I don't know what your industry's lead magnet is. I haven't done much research about that kind of business. I don't have a client that does kind of business.